Welcome to the 2024 Rockstar Creator Awards. Now this is a video that I'm going to do every year if you all enjoy this year's, which is going to be a celebration of all of the creators in the Rockstar Games community. Throughout this video we'll go through multiple different categories and the creator that I think will be the best at that category will be the winner. Now the reason why I haven't done this as a public community vote is because it will primarily come down to the person that has the most followers is most likely to win each individual award, which wouldn't really make it fair. So if it's going to be slightly biased, we might as well make it completely biased. So in this video, I'm going to go through the creators that I think deserve the awards for some of these things, because some of them are huge and some of them are really small. And I think a good part about all of this will be giving some attention to maybe some unsung heroes in the community. Now, of course, there are a load of people that I missed out throughout all of these awards, and it's important to understand that I'm not taking anything away from these creators. There may just not be creators that I watch a lot. And one more thing before we get into it, I don't actually watch a lot of GTA content. Because I spend so much time creating it, I usually just end up watching boat channels. So these are the creators that I've had some experience with, or I've just watched a lot of their content. So without further ado, let's get into the Rockstar Games Creator Awards 2024. And before you ask, I didn't have the budget for Snoop Dogg like the Game Awards, so there will be no Snoop Dogg. So the first award is for the best GTA 4 documentary. Now this was just over a year ago, but in my eyes, this is one of the best documentaries in gaming on YouTube. This award goes to Bailey Points for his GTA 4 documentary on Ballies. To this day, it's one of the best videos in the Grand Theft Auto space, and I do suggest you all go and watch it. Next, we have the best return to YouTube. Now, I'm going to give this award to Swagter because his return to YouTube, after going on a little bit of a hiatus and being quiet for a while, was honestly really welcomed. Swagter's a channel that I've watched for years, and to see him come back and start making content again is honestly really awesome. Now the next award is for a creator that hasn't really fully got stuck in on YouTube yet, but I do think there'll be a channel to watch over the next few years. So this award's for the most exciting new potential creator, and this award goes to Game Roll. Now you guys may have seen Game Roll on Twitter talking about a lot of things in the GTA community and in the GTA space, but I know over the next few years, as he starts to branch out into YouTube and start creating content around Grand Theft Auto, he will definitely be a channel to watch. He's also one of the loveliest people in the community. The next award is actually just for a statistic. My most watched GTA creator, Dark Viper. Now Dark Viper, and this isn't something that I've really spoke about massively on the channel before, but on a few occasions I've needed a bit of advice on YouTube, whether that be from the business end or whether that just be from the fact that my channel's growing and I'm new to all of this. And every single time I've had a question or an area of confusion, Dark Viper has always come to the rescue, given me some solid advice, and also a lot of the time just put some things into perspective. So for that, I want to give Dark Viper props and some appreciation for the work he actually does, not just on his channel and the content he makes, but for the community as a whole. This next award goes to the creator that has created the most fun for the community. Now, whilst we've had loads of leaks and loads of things that weren't leaks all over the community, and of course loads of people, including myself, have discussed them in detail, there's one creator that's just decided to make it fun for everyone, just to report on this stuff and make it into a bit of a community event, whether that be the Moon Theory or anything else. They've tried to make it a bit of fun for everyone involved. If you haven't guessed who this creator is yet, yes, it's TGG. Now, alongside being one of the most reputable creators in our space, he's also made this whole thing about the 27 theory and also the Moon Theory really fun. Obviously, with the Moon Theory, it was a bit of a troll, it was a bit of a meme, and he played into that, and so he should. It's funny. But with the 27 stuff, he's probably one of the people that have handled this in the most level-headed way that they could. He's also reality checked me a few times when I'm reading too far into things and following a path that I didn't really need to look into. So for that, he's had my utmost respect, and he's prevented me from embarrassing myself a few times. Next, we have the award for the best aesthetic content. Now on YouTube, when it comes to video editing, of course there's great storytelling, there's amazing visuals, but overall I think one of the things from my background anyway in the videography space and editing space, I can appreciate really nice colors, really nice aesthetics that go alongside really great storytelling. So the award for the best aesthetic content goes to Fishy. Now, many of you guys may know Fishy already, and for me personally, over the past year, he's been a massive help to the channel. He is probably the person I talk to the most in the community, and every single time we have a conversation, there's always a good outcome, whether it's just a nice chat, whether it's actually productivity for the channel, or whether it's just we have a lot of fun. So I wanted to shout out Fishy in this video because for me and the rest of the community, we appreciate all the work you do and all the good things you do for the community and the rest of us in it. Now, next we have the award for the best resource. Now, when I'm trying to find out little bits, especially about older Grand Theft Auto games, because for me personally, although I've played all the Grand Theft Auto games growing up, I only really got stuck into GTA 4, GTA 5, Red Dead and all of that. I haven't really gone back and really dived into some of the background of some of these games. So for me, the best resource for all of this information, you probably already know who it is, but we have our boy Badger. His content is genuinely so good, and whenever I need just a snippet of information, if I don't understand the context behind something, whether it's in a game or something in the community, his channel is the best place to go to. Alongside that, the videos, of course, really entertaining and really backed up by good knowledge. Now, this kind of goes into the next award, which is the best definitive edition content. Now, when the definitive edition came out and we got some updates for it as well, it was really difficult to figure out what was actually being changed and what was going on. There was loads of threads on Twitter, there was loads of stuff on YouTube, but for me, this creator had the best breakdowns of the actual key differences between the original games and definitive edition games. And this award goes to Captain Glack. In particular, these videos breaking down the visual aesthetic differences from the original games to the new games was really useful for me to know contextually to decide if I even wanted to buy the definitive edition. So this award is well deserved. Now, the next award is for the best mini documentaries. Now, on YouTube, there's a lot of long form documentaries, and some of them are obviously mentioned in other awards. But when it comes to small bite-sized documentaries that you can watch, really get stuck into for 10 to 20 minutes at a time without having to dedicate your whole evening to watching them, there's only one creator that comes to mind, for me anyway. And of course, he's an absolutely amazing guy and great friend of the channel, but it's Jetro. His ability to dive into some of the mysteries and lore, not necessarily about the games themselves, but the community that surrounds these games, and do it in a way that is really easy to consume. There is no loopholes that you have to jump through as a viewer to understand his content, and to do it in such a clean, easy to understand and effective manner is really hard to do. I mean, the biggest thing when it comes to writing scripts and producing content is to convey the information in as short as time as possible, but also convey the most amount of information within that time limit. And Jetro is a master of his craft. So this award goes to Jetro. Now, next we have the award for the funniest Rockstar creator. Now, whenever we have a call or whenever we do a podcast and we have this guy on it, my jaw and my stomach hurt from laughing. He is probably one of the funniest people I've ever spoke to in my life, and of course, it's Justin. The way that Justin puts his content together and makes it not only informative but also extremely entertaining is once again very similar to Jetro, not an easy thing to do. So this is a really well-deserved award by Justin. Now, the next award is for the best newcomer, and this is a newcomer that I can't rant and rave enough about and say how good that they really are. This is a creator that is once again extremely funny, but also understands the Rockstar community from the perspective of a normal person looking at his weirdos. This creator is Muktanen. Now, Muktanen is a creator from here in the UK, and I'm still waiting for him to have his massive blow up on the platform, and it will come this year. It needs to come this year because this guy is genuinely hilarious. His videos are really well thought out, and he's also introducing a new format of storytelling with a built-in radio show where he pretends to be a radio host, which I absolutely love, but also the visual graphics that he uses. This is kind of rewriting parts of the rulebook for the GTA creator experience, and I absolutely love it. Now, the next award is for the best community-led projects. Now, this creator has worked on many videos over the years that have required help from other parts of the community, whether that's from the mapping side, whether that's from the modding side, or whether that's on working on projects that require third-party game engines. And this award goes to Dark Space. Dark Space is one of those channels where every single video is fully reliant on out-of-the-box thinking. Everything's new, everything's fresh, everything's entertaining, and everything requires so much effort to put into the videos. So this is a really well-deserved award. Now, this goes on to the next category, which is the most amount of effort per video. Now, when it comes to making news videos like GTA news videos, I don't have to put in a massive amount of effort, and I quite often substitute the effort per video with being able to give you more regular updates on news. But for some creators, they put so much time into individual videos, which is a huge risk on this platform. More to the point, when the creators that do this do it to the absolute point of perfection, it deserves to get recognized. And this award goes to 12th Hour. Now 12th Hour, as well as being one of the best trolls of this year, if you may have seen this quote unquote leak, he actually made it, but he also goes above and beyond in every single video to make sure it's absolutely perfect and it fits the story that he's trying to tell. Now I can't go into too much detail, but there was actually a video that we were working on that didn't come out because it simply wasn't perfect yet. It wasn't ready to go. And knowing how much effort he'd already put into it, to be at that point where you think actually this might not be the best video to put out, that's a big decision to make. But someone that chases perfection to that level, I can honestly respect. Now the next award is the best visual effects and storytelling. This is a creator that I didn't have on my bingo card to completely switch up and create some of the best visual content I've ever seen in the GTA space. This goes to Moores Mutual Insurance. This documentary that he did on the 2022 leaks made me delete my own documentary on it. I was working on a full documentary, I had all of the visual effects, all of the stuff ready to go for it, and I just thought me putting that video out would pale in comparison to the absolute beauty of the piece that he put together. Honestly, I can't say this enough. You have to watch this. It's so well put together, it's so informative, and the work that's gone into it, I can't even begin to describe. Next, we have the award for the best Rockstar Games podcast. Now, this award goes to GTA 6 and there is absolutely no surprises there. Now, of course, I've been mentioned on GTA 6 podcast a lot of times, and fortunately it's all good. I'm very happy about that. But also they're just genuine guys that have come from the industry. They're not looking at this as just a Grand Theft Auto fan. They're looking at it from a Grand Theft Auto fan with the context of having knowledge of the industry, which is something that I can honestly respect massively. Every time they do a podcast, they put thought into everything they do, and also they expose the GTA community to new ideas and new concepts. For example, I'd never heard of the Grand Theft Auto Hamlet thing before. I'd never heard of that, but because of them, I'm now really excited to see it. So the best podcast award goes to GTA 6 o'clock. Now the next award is for the best bite-sized content, whether this be GTA 6 news, whether this be what's happening in the community. It's the award for the shortest, most concise, most well thought out, and most well easy to understand bits of bite-sized news. And this goes to Underwater Pixel. Now Underwater Pixel is a channel that kind of got floated a little bit across my radar, and with so many GTA 6 channels in this space, it's sometimes hard to filter out what's actually worth looking at and spending time diving into, I'd say. When I saw his channel, it was like the biggest breath of fresh air, where every single approach to every single video is based on just being purely rational. So to hear that he actually watches my content when I reached out to him was really dope, and he's genuinely just a lovely person. Absolutely love his content. If I need a quick breakdown of something that happened because I was away from my computer, he's the guy I'd watch. Now the next award goes to the most creative artistry. Now in the GTA space, there's of course news, there's videos, there's topics, and this creator dives into all different areas of GTA content. However, there's also one skill set that this person has that I don't think a lot of people are giving him enough credit for. Bogan Bav is a creator that has some of the best artistic chops in the industry. In fact, the end screen of my video is artwork that he's created. Some of the stuff that Bav sends me is honestly so impressive, and so much work has gone into creating these visual aesthetics, and like for a guy to understand branding like that, he knows a thing or two. So the most creative Rockstar artistry goes to Bogan Bav. Next, we have the award for the best automotive content in the Rockstar space. Now this creator has created many videos about all the drift cars in GTA, but also tends to have really good extended knowledge past just Grand Theft Auto into the actual car world itself. And this award goes to Stevie Wonderkid. Honestly, a really great channel, and he can drift. Boy can drift. Now the next award goes to the best Rockstar interview of this year. Now this is a split award because I honestly couldn't decide between these two channels. So this award goes to San in Play for the Obey Vermedge interview and GTA 6 o'clock for the Ben Hinchliffe interview. Now the next award is actually very similar to the award I gave to Swegter, which is the best return to YouTube. But I'd argue that this award is probably the most impactful return to YouTube in my personal opinion. A creator that I've watched for numerous years now decided to come back to YouTube, and he came back with a bang. Combat Wombat. I've been watching this guy for years, and I was pleasantly surprised when he dropped me a message and asked me to feature in one of his videos. For me, that was a pinch myself moment as a creator and as a huge fan of him. Now the next award isn't an award for particular content itself, but it's an award for someone in the community that means an absolute ton to me. This award goes to someone that really has helped me make content. Every single time I have an idea or think of something, this is the person I can bounce my ideas off. This is the person that I talk to about everything to do with Grand Theft Auto, and he balances my viewpoints. And sometimes we disagree on things, but it's really good to do so because it helps me understand perspective when making videos. And when you're pumping out as many GTA 6 videos as me, you can lose perspective very easily. This award goes to the one and only legend, Project Vice. You may know that we host the podcast together, and that podcast isn't really anything in particular. We pick some talking points, and those podcasts are our conversations, trying to deduce information and trying to figure out if we're thinking along the right lines. You're seeing in real time what we talk about, what we think about. And for me, Project Vice is one of the reasons I'm able to make relatively balanced content, because he helps me out with balanced viewpoints and opinions. The next award is for the GTA community Unsung Hero. Now, you may have never heard of this person, but every single Grand Theft Auto creator pretty much relies on him. So most of my videos, of course, you see my actual gameplay. However, in a lot of the videos where there's modified gameplay, such as some of the stuff that you'll be seeing in this video, that's from one guy in the community, and a lot of this uses source material, and that's Game for Life. He posts footage of GTA 5, all being modified, all looking pretty, all with realistic cars, and he allows Rockstar creators to actually use that gameplay footage just by giving him credit. Now, in every single one of my videos, even if his footage isn't in it, I still give him credit because he's enabled me to sometimes, when a bit of news happens and I don't have any recorded gameplay, he gives me a place to go to actually grab some gameplay to use. So I do want to give him a massive shout out and say that if you do like the footage that you see throughout all of my videos, go and check out his channel. I guarantee he's done pretty much every single car you can think of. Now, the final award goes to the most charitable creator, and I don't think there's any doubt in anyone's mind about this. Pretty much every single video is for some form of charity or doing something good for people around him. Now, this creator has done so much for many different causes around the world, and seeing how much money he's raised for these good causes just through the love of art of making content is honestly really admirable. And of course, this creator is the professional. Now, of course, there are many other creators that I have failed to mention in this video, and just looking through analytics and trends, there's over 15,000 channels with over 1,000 subscribers in the Rockstar space. Of course, I'm not going to have everyone's favorite creators on this list. I am just trying to give the ones that I think have had the most impact on me in the GTA space, and of course, these awards are just my personal opinion. I'm not taking anything away from other creators, but yeah, hopefully you can see this as a celebration and not a downside for not mentioning your favorite creator. So that wraps up this video, and if we don't get any GTA news before the end of the year, this might be my last video of the year. Still waiting to figure that out. I've got some ideas, but I'm not sure they'll be ready in time. So thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy, like and subscribe, and let me know if you want me to do this next year. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you all in the next one.